Port Charles may be decorated with twinkling lights and winter charm, but there's nothing festive about the storm brewing across town. On December 10, tensions explode, long-held secrets detonate, and the PCPD finds itself overwhelmed as multiple arrests shake the core of several families. Old alliances crumble, unexpected loyalties are tested, and character showdowns erupt in nearly every corner of the city. Ava's desperation erupts, and someone pays the price. Ava Durham stands at the center of the chaos. After weeks of escalating suspicions, she finally confronts a truth she wished she could outrun. Someone has been manipulating her every move. Desperate and spiraling, Ava corners a familiar face at Wundama, someone she believes has been stalking her through the shadows of the Kessadun estate. The confrontation quickly turns fiery. A vase shatters, a threatening hand reaches too close, and by the time the chaos settles, the PCPD is racing up the steps. Dante and Chase burst into the mansion to find Ava trembling, her hands covered in fragments of glass. Her alleged stalker lies unconscious near the staircase. Dante reads her rights as she pleads, "You don't understand, he came at me." But the officers need answers, and for now, Ava is cuffed and taken in. The news of her arrest spreads like wildfire through Port Charles, triggering an avalanche of reactions. Sunny and Dex go head-to-head. Sunny Kanthas arrives at the police station moments after Ava is brought in. But he's not alone. Dex, fueled by weeks of pent-up anger and unresolved tension with Sunny, shows up demanding answers. Sunny tells the desk sergeant she doesn't spend 1 minute in a cell. Dex counters from behind him, "You don't get to call the shots anymore." The clash is immediate and overheated. Accusations fly. Sunny orders Dex to back off, but Dex fires back that Ava's incident could have been prevented if Sunny wasn't too distracted with his own battles. Their argument grows so intense that Jordan finally intervenes, threatening to arrest both men if they don't control themselves. It's not the arrest that rattles Sunny, it's that, for the first time, Dex looks like he's ready to walk away for good. Elizabeth faces a painful accusation. Across town at General Hospital, Elizabeth Wubke is blunsudded when security and 2 officers approach her at the nurse's station. A patient's family member has filed a complaint claiming that Luz tampered with medication during a night shift. Shock reverberates through her. "That's impossible," she tells them, her voice shaking. But the officers insist they have to bring her in for questioning. Finn arrives seconds too late to intervene. As the officers escort Luz out, she locks eyes with him, silently pleading for trust. Finn watches helplessly, heartbroken, furious, and realizing that this accusation could destroy the woman he loves. Rumors immediately ripple through GH staff, who would want to frame Luz, and who benefits from her downfall. Trunna and Joss clash over secrets. Meanwhile, a heated argument is brewing between 2 former best friends. Trunna Rubunson discovers that Jocelyn has been hiding critical information related to Ava, something that might have prevented the violent showdown at Wundama. Their confrontation in the student center turns explosive as Trunna demands, "Why didn't you tell me? Ava could've been hurt or killed." Joss fires back, "I was protecting you." Trunna storms off, saying, "Stop deciding what I can handle." Their fractured friendship hits another breaking point, and neither realizes that a nearby student has captured part of the argument on their phone, ready to upload it to social media. By nightfall, Port Charles University will be buzzing. Laura confronts Cyrus, and it turns violent. Laura Collins has dealt with many crises as mayor, but nothing compares to confronting her brother Cyrus once again. She finds him in the chapel at GH, praying, or at least pretending to. "You're inserting yourself into too much lately," Laura warns. "If you're involved in these attacks and manipulations, I'm going to find out." Cyrus smirks, replying softly, "Maybe the people of Port Charles need a moral guide, someone to remind them consequences are real." Laura's anger boils over, something Cyrus notices with delight. Their argument becomes so heated that by the time Martin arrives to mediate, hospital security is already stepping in. Cyrus is escorted away for questioning in an unrelated investigation, a technicality, but one that Laura hopes will keep him contained. Yet as he is led off, Cyrus whispers, "This isn't my doing, but I know whose it is." Laura is left shaken. If not Cyrus, then who? Michael, Willow, and the Quatamana chaos. At the Quatamana mansion, Michael receives the news about Ava's arrest and immediately worries how this might connect to Sunny's spiraling behavior. Willow urges him to focus on the family. The kids need you present, not constantly trying to predict Sunny's next disaster. But Michael's fears grow when he gets a call from Chase informing him that someone else has been brought in. Brooke Lynn's cousin has been arrested for assault after a brawl outside the Savoy. The holiday season is turning into a legal nightmare for the Quatamanas, and Michael starts to wonder if someone is targeting multiple families at once. Drew discovers a plot and makes a dangerous move. Back at Aurora, Drew Kane uncovers a suspicious pattern of cyber activity tied to events happening around Port Charles. It suggests deliberate planning, coordinated chaos. He rushes to share the findings with Jordan, but she's already overwhelmed by the day's arrests. Drew realizes he might have to investigate on his own. Before leaving, he mutters, "If someone is manipulating this city, I'm going to expose them." He doesn't notice the unmarked car watching him from across the street. A final arrest shocks the city. As night falls, the PCPD executes its final and most shocking arrest of the day. A figure is brought in wearing a hooded coat, hands cuffed tightly. Reporters flood the entrance as the officers guide them inside. When the hood is pulled back, gasps echo around the station. It's a major Port Charles resident, someone connected to nearly every storyline unraveling today. Their arrest ties Ava's attack, Luzza's accusation, and the Quatamana incident together, but their motives remain unclear. Jordan takes a deep breath and says, "Start talking." And just like that, Port Charles stands on the edge of a truth that could change everything.